Hello again. I'm sure that viewers have read about or seen on television the angry confrontations between infuriated van drivers and people on their way to work as they clash with Just Stop Oil protesters who deliberately try and slow down drivers and disrupt travel in this country. Those who are getting angry and sometimes pulling these people out of the way so that they can continue their journey are invariably working people who have jobs to go to and families to support. Those dawdling in front of the vehicles and slowing them down, on the other hand, are usually middle-class idlers, students without work or superannuated hippie types. This sums up one of the major fault lines in British society today, the division between the proletariat and the bourgeoisie, between the working class and the middle class, in other words. This is a conflict which we can see in other areas, for example Brexit. It was the working classes who were keen to leave Europe and secure our borders, while the middle classes wanted open borders and a multicultural and pluralist society. It is they too who are mad keen on anti-racism. This is a middle class ideology and belief system. Since, of course, the newspapers, BBC, Parliament, civil service and so on are all bastions held by the middle classes, it means that their worldview is the one which is generally accepted as representing the nation. This means that the concerns of ordinary people about the ill effects of immigration or the drawbacks of net zero can be dismissed as being the views of the far right and portrayed as being the outlook of reactionaries who are being urged on by fascists. Working people have thus become disenfranchised and sidelined, which is a pretty strange situation when you consider that they make up the overwhelming majority of the country. I dare say that some of you have noticed that the views you hear among your family and friends are at odds with what MPs and Parliament say about the situation in Britain today. This is why MPs and academics, on the other hand, only meet other middle class types, and so they also only hear people who agree with them. I realise that a Marxist analysis of the class struggle is perhaps not what viewers usually expect to hear from me, but I'm something of a believer in the tenets of historical materialism and the dialectical process as it is manifested in history. What we are now seeing, although nobody seems to want to talk about it, is the class struggle in action, a battle between the workers who actually produce things and carry out useful labour and the parasitic middle classes who undertake work which is usually pointless and without which we could happily live